Link is the engine management solution for champions the world over. We know what it takes to win, pushing boundaries, performing under pressure, and having the best people on your team. Our tech support are performance specialists, available 24 hours and ready to talk one-on-one about your winning formula. Link ECU, the performance, reliability, and power to get to the podium.
GT Radio, experience ultra high performance.
Ain't nowhere to hide. You ain't gotta see me come and keep me on your mind. 'Cause I be on the way. Yeah. You know I be on the way. Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on the way. Yeah. I'm on the way. On the way.
For those who don't settle when others do, who will give everything but won't give up. For those who believe in unlimited while others limit themselves. For those who are set free by performance and believe innovation can take you anywhere.
Rockstar Energy Drink. Here's Matt Wall, the twin turbo 350Z. Tanner fast going through the paces. Solid line here. Great angle.
Woo! Good initiation from Dye. Did you see that fake flick entry? Just gangster right there.
Good job right there by Osmo, but look at Odie Bocci's diving right in on the attacking
Positioning now. Ryan Turf really needs to show up. He went off course. Tightens up to the front clip. As is Freddie. The Norwegian hammer gets sweated by Denofa. And then he just keeps on going past. And Frederick Osmo fills all that outside zone. That's a right there. Looking in, roll tide. Here we go. Final outside zone line. Pretty straightforward. Outside zone. Frederick Osmo right there. And now bring her on that final clip. Approaching Paulson Tyra.
So qualifying playing a role here in Long.
Formula Drift is brought to you by BC Racing, the official suspension of Formula Drift. Go for gold. Royal Purple, the official engine oil of Formula Drift, the synthetic expert. Rockstar, the official energy drink of Formula Drift.
Welcome back to Orlando Speed World. And I say welcome back because we've had an action-packed day and going into yesterday as well, as now we are going into our top 32 of our Formula Drift Link Engine Management Pro Spec. Top 32. This is round 1 of 4 within the 8-stop championship, feeder series into the Pro Championship, but so much talent. And as we are seeing the striping going down here, getting the track prepared for what's going down. And I'm Jared Deane. Joining me here in the booth is Ryan Lontaine, and Ryan Lontaine and myself will be giving you the calls as Chris Yule and Brian Egger are striping the track, and we are about to see our top 32. So our top 32 is going down. You can see the wind is blowing, and we saw a little bit of rain during the break. We saw just a little bit of sprinkling, a little bit of spitty rain towards the latter portion of qualifying in the Pro Championship.
Yeah, and then it started to come down in the break, and you can't find a better time for that to happen in the break. Right now it's dry out there, and hopefully it stays that way. The drivers have a little bit of practice during somewhat wet, because it was wet when they got on the track.
Barely, just a little dusting.
But we haven't seen a true torrential downpour here while they were out on track, so hopefully that doesn't happen after we start this competition now, but one never knows. We're out there, the boys are out there painting the track right now, getting it all striped, getting it ready for competition, and we're going to be ready to go here any minute. We've got the tractors out there, as you can see, blowing everything off, making sure the debris is off the surface, because that is a big piece of this. We have to have a clean surface, especially if they're in the burnout box where the drivers are getting their tires all hot and kind of getting that mold release off the tires and all that stuff. And then if they drive up to the start line and the tires get covered in tire particulate, big chunks of rubber, it makes it not ideal for them out on the track.
And again, Ryan Lontaine, you are doing double duty. You're announcing, co-hosting, and you're judging alongside your American confidants that are Chris Yule and Brian Egger. Brian Egger and Chris Yule, I guess that's a perk of coming up here and announcing. You don't have to stripe anymore.
I had to last night, but right now, I'm not doing it.
And that is part of your duty. We talked about that this morning. But you know, taking a look at our 2021 top 5, Dmitry Brutsky, our defending champion, is out. He picked up a new sponsor, Drift HQ, which is a big pickup for him. Nick Novak, who has now jumped up to Pro, piloting that CoreWorks BMW. TLO, Tommy Lemaire, he came in, and he is currently competing in the Formula Drift Championship, and excited to see him in the PROSPEC Championship. And then Daniel Stuke, another driver who jumped up. Austin Matta, he remains here in the PROSPEC Championship. So again, judging overall, what are we looking for here? Because we get rid of the numerical number system in qualifying. Now it's head-to-head. 2 cars lead on the track at the same time.
Yeah, so we have 2 drivers on the track. Of course, the lead driver is going to be setting the pace around the track. He needs to run as close to a 100-point run as he can in terms of qualifying points. But of course, we don't give points in tandem. It's a comparative exercise. So we're looking at what each driver does in the lead and then what each driver does in the chase. So as that lead driver goes around and lays down their run, the chase driver needs to mimic them as best as they can in the chase position.
Yeah.
That means on the same line, with the same angle, doing the transition at the same time, sticking with them from start to finish. And then they switch positions, and that way both drivers get a chance to perform in both positions. We compare leads to leads, chases to chases, and that gives us a winner. That's what hopefully we get a winner. Sometimes we end up with a one more time when it's just too close to call.
All right, we have our 4 stops of our Link Engine Management PROSPEC Championship, and there they are. So within our 8 stops, Florida, E-Town, St. Louis, and a new stop for both PROSPEC and Pro. We got Grantsville, Utah, just outside of Salt Lake City, which is the Utah Motorsports campus. So that should be fun. So let's take a look at the bracket. Our #1 qualifier, Andrew Haley, comes out in just a grand fashion. I believe it was at 92. That's right, it was a 92. The habanero. He says he's been eating 2 habaneros a day to make him feel right. Last year he took a break, took a hiatus from building his car. His dog Gonzo, which is basically his life partner, that dog, I don't know if you've seen the big fluffy husky that is Gonzo, had cancer. He paid 12 grand for surgery and all the processing and more. So that's really priority to him. That's his family member. So he laid out for the season. and he decided to build his car. So and we are hearing, is that correct? We will find when we get down to it. But Arrieta has pulled out as well. So Carlos Arrieta has pulled out. So Rich Whiteman will be moving on, as Arrieta qualified 31st. So he is a scratch. So Rich Whiteman will be moving on. Great looking car and definitely a talented driver. So looks like we'll be having a couple buys as we take a look at the Torque Drift course preview. Download the game now, available on Apple, Android, and so many different platforms. And Torque Drift 2 coming out. Here is Matt Field going through the course. Ryan.
Right there, you see him initiating and filling outside zone 1. Bumper on the wall all the way around that zone. And then you come down off the bank. It's much more aggressive in person than you've seen in the video game here. The cars slam down there. Then they transition, and there's a jump right there as they transition, which throws the car off balance, sometimes throws them offline as well. You want to get by inside clip 2 nice and tight and clean, and then fill outside zone number 2 with your outside right rear tire, that outside groove on the track. And that's your Torque Drift course preview.
Burn up the tracks on Orlando now. You can see that Apple, Google Play, and download on Steam. Download the game, find the tracks, rip them up. As we take an overhead view of OSW, you can see outer zone 1 on that right-hand side going through inner clip when they slam down from the bank into the flat portion of the track. These are also expected or kind of accepted slowdown areas.
That's correct.
Decel.
Yeah, this is where the cars are allowed to slow down a little bit if they feel they need to. And you can see that the start line is top left there. So sometimes the perspective on this is a little hard to comprehend. You start at the top left, go around outside zone 1, inside clip 1, inside clip 2, and then finish at the pink finish sign there. So unfortunately, looks like the rain has just started, Jared.
Yeah, it just started sprinkling, and the moisture just accumulates very heavily. So I think that's a great thing that we are getting all of the debris off the track as much as possible. Not off, obviously can't do it completely,
yeah,
but putting it in a kind of, you go to the corner debris. And here are GT Radio keys to victory. Brum. What do you got for lead car?
So what we have here for the lead car, this is tandem, right? We have keys for victory for qualifying. So this is what the lead car needs to do. Have a fast, snappy initiation. Put the bumper on the wall all the way around outside zone 1. Have a big transition in the infield, and then tire in the groove in outside zone 2. Of course, the chase car has responsibilities as well. They need to be close from start to finish. This isn't a perfect world, Jared. They need to have that proximity, never let it go. They need to position their car properly, and that means that we don't want the cars having the nose equal. We want maybe that front left tire, let's say, to be close to the front right door of the lead car. So it's kind of like, you call it in the pocket, yeah, right? The nose of that chase car should be maybe like around the front wheel of the lead car. That's about the positioning we're looking for. And then that chase car needs to mimic the line and transition all the way around the course.
All right, and things do change. Umbrellas are out. We can see ponchos, the water accumulating. This changes things quite a bit. Quite a bit. And you can see that the fans still sticking around, hardcore fans. It's not cold by any means.
No.
It's very pleasant, and today's been pleasant. I was talking to Larry Chen down there, who, you know, showing up yesterday, he just looked exhausted. He looked like a baby chimp. Just his hair's all froed out given the humidity, and he looked just fried. He was spent. And I saw him today, and I said, dude, much more pleasant, huh? He says, yeah. So Larry Chen, famed photographer, the seeker of light, world traveler, but for those that know, automotive world. So it's we had kind of spotted clouds, but you know, if you don't like the weather, just wait 30 minutes, and it might very well change. So, but how the track conditions are going to be, I have to think that it's going to stick around, kind of, you know, consistent through our PROSPEC championship. Talking about championships, you can't not help but mention the machine coming from Ireland, coming over here, not winning 1, not winning 2, and not winning 3, but back to back to back. Here's a documentary about James the Machine Deane. If you haven't seen it already, I definitely recommend you download it. Your first ever three-peat champion, 2017, 2018, And now, 2019 Formula Drift champ, it is James the Machine Deane! We have solidified a champion in James Deane. The three-peat has happened for the first time ever in FD history.
After winning a championship, you should be on top of the world, you know, but I think that hurt.
I mean, you can open a can of worms there if you want.
One of the top drivers there to suddenly watching it on the live stream.
You don't just disappear as split from a team after winning 3 championships together.
There's nothing else in this earth that gives me that same feeling, so just trying to get that feeling back, really.
Even when things aren't going his way, he will try and pull something out of the bag to bring things around.
I would be lying if I said that I didn't want to win or that I don't have high hopes. I have the highest of hopes.
He's the best drifter in the world right now.
I absolutely wouldn't change anything. We've had our struggles, don't get me wrong, but I think they make the good times so much better.
So yeah, exciting times ahead. Let's see how it works out.
They're all delighted over there that James isn't there right now.
I'm more nervous now than I was with his first competition, to be honest.
Yeah, you gotta stay hungry in everything you do, I think. Otherwise, you're retired.
Link is the engine management solution for champions the world over. We know what it takes to win, pushing boundaries, performing under pressure, and having the best people on your team. Our tech support are performance specialists, available 24 hours and ready to talk one-on-one about your winning formula. Link ECU, the performance, reliability, and power to get to the podium.
GT Radio. Experience ultra high performance.
We all know Royal Purple for their exceptional motor oil. They keep my 1,000 horsepower drift car going year-round. And they have an exceptional array of products that help keep your engine's fuel system running clean, powerful, and cool. Royal Purple Max Atomizer cleans fuel injectors to restore maximum flow and get back that fuel economy we all want. Max Clean is a state-of-the-art performance fuel system cleaner that deeply penetrates deposits in your fuel system. Max Clean cleans more parts in your engine and cleans them better. Royal Purple Max Boost is a high-performance octane booster and fuel treatment that helps increase the octane of your fuel. For real. Max Boost is an energy drink for your engine. Purple Ice reduces engine coolant temperatures. It helps prevent overheating and extends the life of your water pump. 4 Ways Purple can help your engine. Royal Purple Performance Products. Find them at an auto parts dealer near you.
All right, welcome back as we are getting ready for our first battle. I'm going to introduce you to, in just a moment, as we go into our first battle. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to introduce you to our first member because we are going to racing.
Hey, Jared, thank you so much. Tommy Lemaire, there was a lot of confidence coming into this 2022 season, and unfortunately, your engine blew. What happened?
Yeah, so we went in practice with an engine like half good on the dyno, so it was not perfect. So we tried to practice. It was okay. We managed to do a good third position in qualification with 7 cylinders, so even that was not perfect. And today we worked a lot on the car, and even if we were trying our best, you know, racing is racing. When we were trying to go for the warm-up, the engine blew. So that's the only thing we can't control. So it's a real bummer for us because we were super pumped. We worked very, very hard to get here, like a lot of working, you know, after hours and all that stuff. So we were very, very pumped also because of the new team. Now we're with M-Spec Performance, which is a US-based team. So we're really happy to show off the new car, the new body kit Kevlar. So, and we're supposed to go in top 32 against Casey, which is my teammate. So, yeah, right now it's heartbroken for us. We're very, very sad about that.
Sorry. Tommy Lemaire, I'm so sorry. But in high spirits, we will see him for round number 2. Tommy, thanks. Guys.
Thank you so much, Lorette. And unfortunate for TLO. Let's send cars for our first battle. Human Rahimi, as Human Rahimi picking up some new sponsorships. Excited about him. He's got Harbor Freight on the vehicle. And Steve Misko. As Misko, here he goes, Human Rahimi. I'm only Human, he says. Human goes into the bank. Misko tucking in. Ryan, we talked about the pocket earlier, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's not exceeding those front wheels now. Again, speeds have slowed down tremendously. No smoke, but steam. Throw a bag of rice underneath that thing, and we got a nice little bag of steamed rice as Human Rahimi goes outside. Misko keeping good composure, all things considered.
That was a nice run, Jared.
That was a very good run to start,
Clean.
and the pace, good composure.
It was a clean run. Nobody got crazy. Everybody kind of did what they needed to do. A couple of mistakes here and there.
Now let's get weird.
That is very possible. But the first run was good.
That was great.
Let's
That was
see
great.
a replay of that,
Good
and
place
we
to
can
start.
talk through it a little bit, Jared. Looking forward to this second run, Jared.
Yeah, sorry, just thrown off there a little bit.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. We're here for you.
My mainframe was soaked here in the rain
Doing
coming
a
down. All right, here we go.
small reset.
We got Misko out front and Human Rahimi. Control Alt Delete error Control
reset.
Here we are in our GT Radial official tire of the ProSpec Championship, showing you what these tires can do in the rain, in the dry. Let's see them fly. Misko out front. Human Rahimi dropping back a little bit. Look at Misko getting high on the bank, feeling confident. And Misko comes down into that first inside clip. Human Rahimi takes a wider line. Misko shoots out, goes wide as Human Rahimi, you can see him. But Misko does a great job out front, getting the clean air, or not so clean, but the wet, thick, dense air here in Flowrider. That was a great lead run there by Misko.
That was a great lead run, yeah. Comparatively, it looks like Misko was higher in outside zone 1. Did a better job through the infield, I think, in the lead position. And when you compare chases, Misko was much closer to Human, and I think mimicked him a lot better when he was chasing. So I think the choice is pretty clear here, Jared.
Yeah, it seems pretty apparent as okay, and taking a look as our next drivers, and all the drivers I assume are going to be taking side laps. I think it is in their best interest, as we saw dry conditions throughout practice, and literally when we started cleaning the track for our ProSpec Top 32 begin, it started spitting rain. So this is our next battle, Derek Madison and Amanda Sorensen. That is our battle that is here on deck. And D-Mads, a very aggressive, fun driver to watch, going against Amanda Sorensen. And Amanda Sorensen, I'll tell you what, she is just throwing caution to the wind, or her Air Force BMW into the wall literally on her first qualifying run. She went hard into the wall, but put a wheel back on, and she was able to drive the car off. Came back and qualified really well on her second run for Amanda Sorensen. Seemed that she scored it. She hit a 78 on her second run. So definitely deserving of being here. It's just, kind of 50-50. She rattles out, and looks like, and Misko does get the win. It's unanimous. Misko gets the win and will advance on into the top 16. Congratulations, Misko fam in the building. And are they going for it, or is this sight lap? Just want to confirm. This is a sight lap, as Amanda Sorensen does spin out, but this does not count.
Looks slippery up there, Jared.
Yeah. Yes, it does, my friend. So Amanda spins out. That's where she got into the wall yesterday.
Yes.
A lot drier conditions, but it's good for her to get this practice. She's from Las Vegas. D-Mads. Derek Madison, this gentleman coming to us from St. Louis. He's coming from us from our home track. Part of that STL crew. Yeah, D-Mads from St. Louis, Missouri. Let's take a look and see what's going on here. Derek Madison will lead. He's the higher qualifying driver of these two. And Derek Madison qualified 8th. But mind you, Madison on his first run got an 82, not too far off a 78 for Amanda, but because of going to the bottom 8. There we go, Madison into that angle, into that bank. Oh, it looks like Derek Madison high on the bank, throws off Amanda Sorensen. Don't know how much wet experience Amanda Sorensen has being in Las Vegas. Not a lot of wet days out there in Las Vegas, but Madison, being from St. Louis, a little bit more familiar with the less than ideal dry conditions. Might be hot, it's a whole different animal. But Madison continues on that Fuel Lab S chassis. So unfortunately for Amanda Sorensen, it was over before it began, and this is not ideal for this Air Force BMW. She really needs to throw down a solid lead run, and it might be a better scenario for her, but she knows she needs to throw down a really gangster run, and she needs Derek Madison to mess up. And there's the stats. Amanda Sorensen, 19 years old. Derek Madison, 29. Talking about where they're from, the vehicles they're driving, and here we go. Amanda Sorensen out front. Getting that clean, spitty, wet air, and not initiating at all. She's keeping it off the wall, and honestly, Derek Madison doesn't even need to drift, just given what's going down. This is a good opportunity for D-Mads to get some more experience with this track. And that's going to be a quick victory there for Derek Madison. Very unfortunate for Amanda Sorensen. Seeing her in practice in the dry, talking to some of those photographers, and they just said, man, she just driving like she don't care about her equipment. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, she's got a lot of wheel time, and there it is. Let's make it official. Derek Madison gets the win. Derek Madison moves on into the top 16.
I get the feeling this weather is going to really change the outcome of this event.
You
know,
think?
had it been dry, things that would have gone very differently, potentially with different driver skill level or experience level or ability in the rain. This could favor those drivers that prefer the rain, or of course it's going to favor them, but it could really get them further in the in the event that they would have maybe accomplished in the dry. You know, this is a big wrench thrown into the whole thing, I guess you could say. And but it's really cool from our vantage point here as we look out toward outside zone 1. You can see lightning in the background over top of the track as the cars are going by. So it's very...
It makes it photogenic.
It does.
But the variable of the moisture and I mean, everybody's on... What's good about it is everybody's on the same tire. So that
True.
as an element and a factor and a variable, not part of the equation. The factor is how much wet experience do you have. We talked about that going into pro qualifying. Barely saw any rain, not like this at all at the tail end of it. Only a few drivers got to see. I mean, it was dry like that. I mean, it literally hit and quit. It was just like me speaking to you and kind of spitting on your glass.
But that was pro, wasn't it?
That was pro. That's what I'm talking about.
But PROSPEC here, they haven't experienced
They haven't experienced that at all. But what I'm saying is we talked about on the front end of the show. Talk to Eric. Metzi, yes. Eric Metzi. Great looking car. Says, built that car in a rapid amount of time. Javier Martinez, looking forward to seeing how he can throw down. So yeah, you got a few different vehicles out here. But what we were saying at the opening of qualifying is there's certain drivers that even pro shine better in the rain. And we talked about the Irish boys. They were really dominant. And then also Osbo, because he's done a lot of ice drifting as well. All right, here we go. We got Javi Martinez and Eric Metzi in the chase position. Metzi, don't know how much qualifying he's got. This is a sight lap. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for clarification. This is a sight lap. This is getting a feel for the track in the moisture.
So I was talking to Tommy Lemaire yesterday, and he was hoping for rain because he excels in the rain, being from Canada, driving on the snow and ice, as we do up there. He loves the rain, and he's pretty confident in the rain. So I think he's excited at the thought of coming out onto the track right now.
And being down a
cylinder.
Yeah,
he was down a cylinder. I don't know if they fixed that. I couldn't hear what the interview was between he and Lorette Nickel earlier. So all I could see was his haircut really in that video. That was all that stood out to me.
Very similar to yours.
No, his is way more fabulous than mine. But he's very excited to be down here. He's not competing up in Canada anymore, focusing on FD. So he's just spotting up there to help somebody out.
That's good.
He's really throwing all his resources at this series.
Fantastic. Here we go. Javier Martinez Jr. and Eric here in the Mile to Wild vehicle. And that chase car can leave the line.
Looks like the lead car probably parked on the light. Is that what happened? Maybe? He rolled through.
He's like, where are you going?
Yeah.
So again, Eric Metzi, the chase car can leave the start line as early as they want, to be quite honest, within reason. But you're only setting yourself up for failure, because if you leave and you're way out there, then there goes Javi Martinez.
You need to time it very well.
Yeah, later, nerds.
Yeah.
So look at Metzi. So it looks like Metzi already knows what's going on here, but Javi Martinez. So like I said, that's probably one of the most aggressive leads. And look, he just got gapped. So I don't know if that's going to work out for him. So as Javi Martinez goes through that big bank.
Oh, no.
And, Metzi spins out, so that will hurt Metzi. But Javi Martinez spins out.
No way.
So that is a double incomplete.
Metzi got lucky.
Metzi did get unlucky, or excuse me, got lucky. Yes. He got lucky because Metzi spun out, but now it's going to come down to this next battle.
Exactly.
The second half of this battle.
Metzi spun on his own in the chase position, which then puts all the responsibility on the lead driver. That lead driver then needs to complete the run, and in this case, the lead driver did not complete the run. So that's 2 individual incompletes, and that means that nobody is responsible for the other driver's incomplete whatsoever. And that means that they're both at basically square one right now. So this run that's coming up is going to set the whole stage for the rest of this battle.
Yeah, so they are basically, it comes down to a double incomplete. And we are ready to see them get after it. So it comes down to the second half of this battle. Metzi will be out front. Javier Martinez, if he would have maintained that angle and gone through the course just at minimum, he would have been the victor here. But now Metzi, mild to wild. He just was mild. We need you to go wild. As Metzi now comes down off that bank, and that's got to be tough to navigate, man. Coming off that bank into that flat portion, into the jump. All things considered, Metzi's keeping it together. A little lack of angle right there. Taking a shallower line.
Whew. And straight.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get away, Jared. He's not focusing on what he should be doing in the lead position. He's not really fulfilling those lead driver goals, unfortunately.
This is a crazy turn of events. Javier Martinez could very well win this thing because of Medici's lack of angle. How can you chase that when he's pulling away?
Yeah.
He's doing more traditional racing, and Javier Martinez, he has no unit of measure.
Exactly. Yeah, he's not really, well, the lead driver is responsible for running that line. Exactly. You can see there that Medici was a little bit lazy on his initiation. He wasn't as aggressive as we'd like to see. Even in the wet, we'd expect a normal transition or initiation there, sorry. And then you can see here Medici running really low angle, straightened out a little bit right there. Very low angle as he approaches inside clip 2. Another bobbling angle. His line is just awful, and then he goes into a straight and an understeer right there. So
yeah, counter steer.
Unfortunately, he's not doing himself any favors in the lead position, driving in that manner. He should be taking his time, fulfilling his lead goals, and he potentially could have won this battle had he been a little bit smarter with that actual. Hang on, I gotta put my submission in here.
Yeah, and this is such a unique turn of events here. I mean, this is such a rare scenario that we see that, right? But survey says Javier Martinez or Eric Medici, 1-2. And Javi Martinez gets the win, and that does default back to, again, lead versus lead, chase versus chase. Ryan, I'd love for you to elaborate a little bit more on the outcome here, because that's a unique scenario.
It is a unique scenario. The spins on the first run like completely wipes that one off the table. So now we're just looking at one run, and in that case, in my eyes, Medici incompleted in the lead. So if he incompletes in the lead, the chase car, as soon as that incomplete happens, the chase car is absolved of anything that they've done short of incompleting on their own ahead of that. And he did not incomplete in the chase position. He did what he could do in that chase run with such a poor lead. A lead where the driver incompletes, a lead where the driver is not fulfilling their goals, and a lead where that driver is just not fulfilling anything whatsoever ahead of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't say I've ever seen that.
That could be a very unique scenario that just occurred.
Yeah, that's wild. All right, as we get our cars to the line, take a look, exclusive for Formula Drift fans. Enter to win. You get 4 GT Radial tires, all you needed to go. I mean, come on, look, you got a moment. tinyurl.com, tinyurl.com/GT Radial. It's as easy as that, courtesy of TireStacks.com, exclusive for Formula Drift fans. Again, tinyurl.com/GT Radial. We are in the GT Radial, the official tire, the PROSPEC Championship Top 32. Want to thank, of course, all our sponsors as Royal Purple, the official engine oil of Formula Drift. And also, man, I want to talk about FCP Euro and what they're doing for PROSPEC in just a little bit. As Evan Bogovich, that brand new Pedal Commander livery being debuted, and Bogovich, biker, skater, drifter right now. As now look at that, Bogovich and Ryan O'Connor lacking the height on the bank, and Bogovich not phased at all. Rain? What rain? Just going for it. Ryan O'Connor takes out that clip, and now he joins the party. And Bogovich rips through the course. Again, congratulations to him. A great looking livery. Pedal Commander Field Suspension, GT Radial. Pedal Commander reporting for duty, sir. The former comp car of Odi Bakshis.
So in that situation, Ryan O'Connor would receive an incomplete in the chase, as he was below that line that we've painted around outside zone 1. He was 4 wheels below that line. So Ryan O'Connor is currently sitting on an incomplete. So for him right now, he needs to put together a killer lead and hope that in the chase position, Bogovich also makes an error that would give him an incomplete, which would at least put them on a level playing field, chase-to-chase comparison. Then we would just compare the leads and see who did a better job there. But at the moment, Rye is at a big disadvantage.
Well, he needs to be ignited soul, like it says on his door, and throw it down. Ryan O'Connor. And the lights extinguish, and away they go. Now, this gets interesting for Evan Bogovich. He hasn't seen Ryan O'Connor drive in the wet. He's seen him only drive in the dry, but Ryan, you can see him go mid to high on the bank. Now, see how he handles this. I think, to be honest, Bogovich is doing a good job tempering back, not being too aggressive. Don't know what's going to happen with Rye out front, and he has a massive advantage here. And, you know, I don't want to say it's judged on kind of a sliding scale, but there's a little bit of grace given the less than ideal conditions, given the rain on track.
Yeah, we still have high expectations, of course, and
No, for sure.
comparatively, it's essentially what we're doing right now is comparing. So, you know, an error on one end is going to have to equate to an error on the other end. And if there's no error on one of the ends, then of course the driver that didn't make the error is going to have the advantage in that situation. So we're going to have to look at this replay and see how Bogovich did in the chase position, how serious that straighten was before inside clip number 1 for Bogovich. So let's watch the replay here and see what we have. Watching them initiate. It looks like Ryan O'Connor does an okay job in the lead there. He's low on outside zone 1, but he is not below the incomplete line, let's call it, or the boundaries of the track. Right there, Bogovich does have a slight straighten right there, but he doesn't go long. You know, it's just a slight straighten there, maybe just something that is slightly forgivable given the situation here and the conditions that we're driving in. Clearly not an incomplete equivalent to what O'Connor did in his chase run.
And here we are as Evan Bogovich gets the win. Bogovich gets the victory and will advance on. And here we go with our next pair. And as we are on a sight lap for these two drivers, let's throw it down to the third member of our team, Lorette Nickel. Lorette?
Thank you so much, Jared. Alex, the car is looking amazing. I know the confidence is high. Your man over here, Ricky Hoffman, that you've battled for a long, long time. Talk to us about how high your expectations are against battling him.
Ricky and I have been driving together for upwards of almost 10 years at Club Loose back home at E-Town. You know, everything from the most clapped out cars to now FD cars. So we're definitely going to put on a good show for everyone. He got me at St. Louis last year, so I'm hungry for some revenge. I love the way the car looks. The wrap came out awesome. The livery, this whole experience with the team has been a dream. And, you know, we'll see how we can deal with Ricky over there. He's the luckiest man I know. I'll tell you that much. But we're going to have some fun.
Well, best of luck. Thank you so much, Alex. Jared Ryan.
Thank you so much, Lorette. He's the luckiest. That was a backhanded compliment right there, man. He says,
"Hey, take what you can get, Jared."
Oh, for sure. He's like, he's the luckiest man I know. He's taken me out a couple times, and
luckiest man I know.
That was pretty good, man. I like that. I like that. He just
people have said worse about us, Jared.
Oh, fact. Like literally right now. Literally right now. No, but Jagger's he's a talented driver, man. Excited to see what he's going to throw down. And talking about that E-Town Gambler, it's a really cool event. Excited to go to Englishtown. Wadman, what's going on here, buddy? We got that Liquimala S14. So I was talking about FCP Euro earlier, but if you haven't heard, the FCP Euro Cup. Now, this is awesome because FCP is offering a $14,000 purse this year. Well, $1,000 each round, and then $10,000 overall. But you have to drive a European car. So $500, $300, and $200. That's for the highest, the second highest, and the third highest European car finish. You don't need a podium. It's just the best finish, second best finish, and third best finish for a European car. You have to drive a European car, run the FCP Euro decals, and that's each round $1,000 up for grabs, 5, 3, and 2. And then overall, the highest finishing European car running the FCP Euro sticker, $10,000. So that is all going down courtesy of FCP Euro. And if you haven't already found out if FCP Euro suits your fancy, they got a deal going on this weekend. And FCP Euro has the summer kickoff sale. So head over to fcpeuro.com to shop parts for your Euro vehicle. Save up to 20% on select genuine OE, OEM, and aftermarket parts. Don't wait. FCP Euro summer kickoff sale ends this Sunday.
Wow.
All right.
Lightning. Woo.
Thunder. Lightning.
I think that was just kind of capping off what you just said.
Knock on wood.
That was like a nice finish to your speech there. Like,
FCP Euro. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Here we go. So Wadman got a little kickstart in my heart as Alex Lichliter. And Wadman needed a push. Little bump start for the Wadman. Both these guys, you can see Lichliter lacking the angle. Wadman going up, going down. And Lichliter having a difficult time. And Wadman transitions through a little bit of straightening there over the jump. Wadman now into that second outer zone. It's really hard to see just kind of both the cars at the same time. They're all over the place, man. looking like hieroglyphics.
Definitely.
Going this way, going that way.
Your hand signals right now are entrancing.
It's pretty, yeah.
Great.
Yeah. I'll just leave it. I'll leave it right there.
It's all right.
Yeah, it was belly dancing for you. Got a lot of belly, so that's all I can do. All right, so Wadman now pulling back up to the line. You can see him. Lichliter will now lead. Yeah, the pressure is on for a good lead. Lichliter, if he has a clean lead, I think he might take an advantage. But I think Wadman, both these guys, just. So here we go, Lichliter, Wadman. So here goes Lichliter out front. The NST never stops tuning. So, Wadman drops down way low. And look, Lichliter rises to the occasion. Not so high on the bank, but well done up to the first inside clip, the second inside clip. And Lichliter looks like he is putting together a decent lead run. Nothing to write home about, but still puts it together. Yeah, I believe this is going to need a side-by-side replay. This is a great opportunity. The side-by-side, the BC Racing side-by-side replay is throwing down.
Yeah, I need to look at the run-up to initiation from Lichliter. I'm not sure if that threw off Wadman or not, but let's watch it here and see what happens.
And the cars? All right, so just with the flow of this, here's our BC Racing side-by-side. So you got Wadman leading on the left, Lichliter on the right leading.
Yeah, I was watching very closely Lichliter in the lead position. He was very, very slow. I don't know, a chase driver trying to initiate behind that would be very difficult.
Lichliter or Wadman? Wadman's on the left.
Lichliter in his lead run.
Oh, just on initiation though.
The run up to initiation, yeah. I'm thinking that very slow. It's like he lifted going to initiation. He didn't accelerate up to initiation.
Let's run that back again because. Our next drivers, this is a sight lap here.
Yeah, so they can do the sight lap.
Yeah, we'll let Austin Matta here and a newcomer, Zach Farrar. Zach Farrar from the Pacific Northwest. Zach Farrar.
I really like that underglow that's kind of strobing different
the
colors.
Shinchoku Factory 83 S chassis.
All right, so watch Lichliter here as he's accelerating up. We're expecting drivers to be full throttle. Right there, he sort of lifts off. It looks really bad from my perspective live here. And then if you're accelerating up and then you stop accelerating and then you accelerate again to initiate, it really throws off that chase driver. And I don't know if I liked it so much.
Oh yeah, lots of process here as Austin Matta and Zach Farrar pull up. It don't matter, Austin Matta. Don't matter what the other driver do. Austin's gonna do what he does. He's gonna send it.
Do what he does.
I want to make it do what it do, baby.
I'm enjoying this lightning, Jared. This is fun. We have our votes in, and I think we're split on this one for the Wadman-Lichliter battle.
Okay. So not majority. Not majority. So
it's not majority.
What are you saying?
So Wadman is going to advance.
All right, Wadman advances 2-1.
So it was a Wadman, one more time call.
Okay.
And the reason I went with Wadman is because I think Lichliter made a mistake or a big slowdown on acceleration up to initiation, and that caused Wadman to have nowhere to go in the chase, and I think that threw him off personally. We have an expectation for the lead car to accelerate up to initiation. And of course, on the chase run for Lichliter, he was incompleting in the outside zone 1 area and other multiple places where he straightened. So there's a certain, I know it's wet, but there's a certain level of performance that we need to expect, regardless of the weather.
Well, you were outnumbered.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, you weren't?
Wadman won. He was outnumbered.
Oh, okay, got it. Oh, okay, got it. Yes, you're right. You were in
that
the
was
majority.
a weird start right there, guys. Wow, that lightning. Woo, that's fun.
Like a couple teenagers at a high school dance right there. Ryan,
You're
quit
gonna go
talking
first?
about the lightning, bro.
I love lightning. It's
You're
phenomenal.
about to see lightning on track, baby.
When the cars start, I focus. In between, I watch the
you're just
lightning.
really hyped on the lightning.
I love storms.
Didn't know you're a big lightning storm
I'm a
fan.
storm chaser, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's a weird one. Well, that's why your name is Ryan Lightning Lantain.
There we go.
I got Ryan Lightning in the booth here. Austin Matta and Zach Farrar. Austin initiates. I know he's used to driving in the rain, man.
That was a nice initiation.
Yeah, it was. That was great from Matta. Zach Farrar, he's from the PNW. He knows how to drive in the wet as well. This is a fairly good match. Oh, just I say that, Zach, the announcer's curse. Welcome, brother. That was my fault. Austin Matta comes through in that second outside zone. It don't matter if it's wet or if it's dry. Austin Matta gonna throw it down. Does go a little long on that second outside zone and shredding that back bumper, but Zach, I'm sorry, I apologize. I threw a little voodoo on you as Ryan Lightning Lantain is just fixated by Mother Nature's light show.
It's beautiful, Jared.
It is.
It's a thing of beauty.
Can't even look at your eyes. You're a mix between Fergie and Jesus.
So let's watch the replay here. Austin Matta has the name on the side of his car that's really easy to keep track of. Good initiation from Matta. And then in the chase position, you can see, I want to watch here just as they come off of the bank down onto the infield area. Matta's doing a good job. Missed inside clip 1 right there. Big straight.
From Matta or Farrar?
Farrar. Yeah, Farrar definitely made a mistake there. So right here you see some low angle from Matta. He's trying to keep the car in drift and then gets on the throttle and it pushes the car wide and drops the tire on outside zone 1. But Farrar at the moment is operating on an incomplete, I would say, in the chase position. From my perspective anyway, I haven't talked to the other guys to see what their input is on that, but I would call that an incomplete from Zach Farrar.
All right, so Austin Matta is going to chase Zach Farrar in that Shinchoku Factory 83 S13.4. Austin Matta and the S14. Look at the Type S lights going off. You got light shows right here on track, courtesy of the Type S Pro kits. If you haven't got yours, going down to AutoZone and pick yours up.
You don't need lightning. You just need to look at the
dude. You're in
the
trance.
Lights. Beautiful.
You're in trance, like a jellyfish. It's like a jellyfish right there, just calming.
So I don't think it's rained in a while, Jared. The track is wet. Shh. No, but what I'm getting at is the grip is changing.
I know. I meant just announcer's curse. Don't say the R word. Here we go. Zach Farrar. It is changing though. I think we're gonna start seeing smoke in about a couple runs. See?
There was a bit right there.
Yeah, there it is. So Zach Farrar goes high, risking it for the biscuit, blends into the green wall. Yo, atta boy. Green with envy as Zach Farrar. He did have that correction. He's had a bit of a deficit. Austin Matta doesn't want to let him out too far. And Zach Farrar, he knew he needed to show up. And that is a great run from Zach.
Yes, it is.
Lead versus lead, chase versus chase. All right.
So we're going to get a bit of a replay here, hopefully a side-by-side if we can swing it to compare the run 1 and run 2. I think we need to look at that straighten from Zach in the chase position to see how serious it was. I do believe it was an incomplete, but that's not necessarily the case here. I'd like to watch it again and make sure that the call is right. So let's look at initiation. Both drivers do a good job on initiation. You can see Zach closer in the chase position early on, mimicking Wadman's line, or Wadman, I'm sorry, Matta's line pretty well. But right there in the chase position, watch Zach. Goes straight for a very long period of time, unfortunately. So you see Matta doing a good job in the latter portion of the course, maintaining proximity.
Yeah.
His mimic is better in that second portion of the track, definitely. I don't think it was as good as it was in the beginning. Unfortunately, that incomplete is going to be hard to overcome.
Oh, man, Zach. You know what? A great introduction into PROSPEC. right, so as we get Alex Jagger and Pretty Ricky Hoffman, as Alex described, one of the luckiest man he knows. And unfortunately, I'm seeing some ponchos being thrown back on, some umbrellas being opened, and our sight lap for Jagger. And we are finding out that Zach Farrar advances 2-1. And Brian Egger, go ahead and throw your headset on and open your line. And Ryan Lontaine says Matta, and Chris Yule and Egger say Zach Farrar.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Egger, going to you, bud.
Yeah, so basically if you just watched when Matta was in the lead, he straightened after the transition and drove kind of up to or past interclip 2. If you compare the leads, Farrar did a much better job during that. I felt that the straighten was too much so that his lead didn't really count any incompleted, so the chase wouldn't matter for Farrar following Matta, and then based on that, kind of gave Farrar the win.
Yeah, I mean, Farrar, just a good introduction there. I think his lead run was solid. I really like that. I think that was exciting. But yeah, Matta did. I could see that. So again, 2-1. And attention in the stands. We did have a lightning within the distance that we do need to clear the metal stands. So we can still run the event. We need you out of the grandstands just until it clears. So everybody out of the metal grandstands. So find an area where you're not in the grandstand. Do we leave?
No, we're fine up here, Jared.
We're fine? Okay.
So
do I just hold up this pole until it stops, or what? 66 times. All right, so again, nice casual Friday here, as just want to make sure that, again, just nuzzle on up and hold your umbrellas, but the lightning strike is within close proximity. Want to clear the stands. Thank you very much for listening. We will continue with the action, and we cannot continue because you can see the rain coming down, and we cannot continue because we cannot capture the action because the gentlemen and the cameramen in the towers cannot stay in the metal towers. All right, so right now we are learning that we are under a Formula Drift weather delay. Apologize, but can't dictate that. We'd love to have a dry, nice condition, but I think we've scored so far, to be quite honest. We thought we were going to see, I mean, there's a 50% chance throughout the day, then it turned into 90, and it hit just before we started head-to-head. So the consistency, what I think is good about this, is we are going to see all of head-to-head in the Link ECU ProSpec Championship be consistent throughout. We're gonna see a wet track throughout.
We are gonna see a wet track. The only, I guess, big variable now is lightning affecting the flow of the show.
Right.
You know, the fans unfortunately can't be in the grandstands. The question is, are we gonna have cameramen? Can they be filming right now?
No,
are we allowed to be in here right now? That's the other thing.
Right.
Is this made of wood or is this made of steel, this building we're in? I don't know, but I don't think we want to get zapped any more than anybody else does, but the weather is getting pretty bad right now.
Right. All right. Yeah, we'll take a quick break here. We really appreciate it. Appreciate your patience, but it happens. Happens motorsports, unless we had a closed course, which we don't. So get to listen to a little bit of techno here as the lightning strikes. I'm gonna maybe head down and grab a corn dog here with my confidant Ryan Lightning Lontaine.
Looking forward to it, Jared.
All right, we'll share a hot dog. We'll eat it from either side and meet somewhere in the middle.
You paying?
See you down there. Nope.
Damn it.
Yep. I'm fresh out of loonies. We'll be right back here at round 1 of the Link ECU ProSpec Championship. More action when we continue. Lightning on the track, off the track. More when we come back.
Rockstar Energy Drink. This is Matt Wall, the twin turbo P50C. Tanner fast going through the paces. Solid line here. Great angle.
Woo! Good initiation from Dot. Did you see that fake flip entry? Just gangster right there.
Good job right there by Osmo, but look at Odie Bocci's diving right in on the attack and
Positioning now. Ryan Turf really needs to show up. He went off course. Tightens it up to the front flip. As is Freddie. The Norwegian hammer gets sweated by Denofa. And then he just keeps on going past. And Frederick Osmo fills all that outside zone. Michael, that's a right there. Look at him rolling tide. Here we go. Final outside zone line. Pretty straightforward. Outside zone. Frederick Osmo right there. And now bring around that final flip. Approaching, pulls the tire up.
so qualifying playing a role here in long.
You ain't gotta see me come and keep me on your mind. 'Cause I'll be on the way. Yeah. You know I'll be on the way. Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I'll be on the way. Yeah. I'm on the way. On the way. Yeah. On the way. I'm on the way.
Link is the engine management solution for champions the world over. We know what it takes to win, pushing boundaries, performing under pressure, and having the best people on your team. Our tech support are performance specialists, available 24 hours and ready to talk one-on-one about your winning formula. Link ECU, the performance, reliability, and power to get to the podium.
The machine gun. Listen to this thing. This thing fires off. And we got the RB-powered Sylvia S15. Throws it in. Nice job by Ryan Literal. Now into that first outside zone. Gets all the way out there. Taps the bumper. Oh boy. So what was interesting there, Ryan, was I want to take a look at again. Jonathan Hurst unfortunately slams that right end in. Did he impede his line? It seemed that I want to take a look at it again.
Ryan Literal was on that outside zone one really long, and I think Jonathan Hurst didn't have anywhere to go, and he ended up getting his nose next to Ryan. Ryan transitioned and hit Hurst's front end, which sent him into the wall. So it comes down to positioning. When you're out there on the track, you want to make sure you're not in the way of a
Faustino, the D. My wife, thank you too. Thank you, Stephanie, and Tyson and Parker, and Rowan. Thank you to Rowan for coming. Here we go, back in the action. Chelsea Nova, Kyle Lamedis Mohan in the building. Chelsea Nova, big wide swing of that Pennzoil Lubricants. Mustang RTR Spec 5D. Big swing there from Chelsea Nova. Oh, massive angle from Denofa. It looked like he was going to spin there, Ryan.
How did he hang on to that?
That was insano. Yo, the amount of angle that he had going.
Great combination.
Yeah. Here we go. Rome Charpentier. A lot of confidence in his corner. Always got a smile on his face. So does Stuke. That M-Spec S chassis. There goes Rome Charpentier now coming into view. Look at that. The attitude of that BMW. Look at Stuke. He gets out there. He does lose some ground. But Rome, automatic, looking like an RC car that is just being controlled by somebody in the sky. Yo, did you see that run? I mean, that was like a 90-something qualifying run. That was early on signs of success. Here we go.
This should be interesting, Jared.
This should be really good. Chelsea Denofa, Pennzoil, RTR Spec 5D. Wow, look at that nasty swing by Denofa. The defending champion, Frederick Osbo, chasing him down. Denofa taps it. Massive angle. What was Denofa going? Absolutely ham, steak, and eggs, all of it. Denofa has just been airing it out.
Force a mistake of some kind, but let's see what happens.
All right, here we go. Frederick Osmo, Rockstar Energy Drink, Toyota GR Supra. Gets out of the outside zone, like we said, just kind of run even keel. Oh, wow. Denofa! Woo! That's what you wanted, Montaigne. Denofa heard you, but he dives in on the outside contact. Purple Brown, the official oil of Formula Drift. Matt Field with a nasty snap. snap into it like a Slim Jim. Atta boy. Matt Field goes back, taps the bumper. He did it. That's the run you were looking for. 1, 2, 3. Outside zones. Dylan Hughes pushes. Great driving there by Dylan.
Unfortunately
and
for Amanda Sorensen, we
going
saw
on?
in
Here
top
we go.
32 things went wrong for her. And Amanda, I just wanted to find out what happened out there.
This should be another exciting one here, Lontaine. Matt Field, nasty initiation, a wide swing, coming in hot, gets all the way out there. You asked for it. Oh, boy. Whoa! A massive hit by Matt Field. Let's make sure he's okay. A big hit by his hands out the window. Round of applause for Matt Field. Make some noise for Matt Field. We'll run that back, but that front left and that back right is damaged. And Ryan Turk, a celebratory run for the Rain X. Toyota GR Corolla on Ditto tires. The Rockstar driver, the 411, the new dad, and now your 2022 Formula Drift Pro Champion here in Long Beach. Congratulations to Ryan Turk. He is your winner. Congratulations to his wife, his now son, and his whole team and crew. I say one piece because it's tough, obviously, for Matt Field.
Yeah, for sure. Beautiful.
Absolutely well done there.
Link is the engine management solution for champions the world over. We know what it takes to win, pushing boundaries, performing under pressure, and having the best people on your team. Our tech support are performance specialists, available 24 hours and ready to talk one-on-one about your winning formula. Link ECU, the performance, reliability, and power to get to the podium.
GT Radio. Experience ultra high performance.
We all know Royal Purple for their exceptional motor oil. They keep my 1,000 horsepower drift car going year-round. And they have an exceptional array of products that help keep your engine's fuel system running clean, powerful, and cool. Royal Purple Max Atomizer cleans fuel injectors to restore maximum flow and get back that fuel economy we all want. Max Clean is a state-of-the-art performance fuel system cleaner that deeply penetrates deposits in your fuel system. Max Clean cleans more parts in your engine and cleans them better. Royal Purple Max Boost is a high-performance octane booster and fuel treatment that helps increase the octane of your fuel. For real. Max Boost is an energy drink for your engine. Purple Ice reduces engine coolant temperatures. It helps prevent overheating and extends the life of your water pump. 4Ways Purple can help your engine. Royal Purple Performance Products. Find them at an auto parts dealer near you.
All right, as we see our next pair pulling up to the line, throw down to Lorette. Nico caught up with Amanda Sorensen.
Unfortunately for Amanda Sorensen, we saw in top 32 things went wrong for her. And Amanda, I just wanted to find out what happened out there.
So unfortunately, I was like feeling so solid in practice all day. Warm-up was good. Yesterday, I actually hit the wall in qualifying, so we came back, made a good comeback. But today, I was experiencing kind of weird issues, and when I went for my top 32 chase run, I was noticing the car wasn't having power like it normally was. And then I went out for my lead run, and over time, my pulley just sheared off the blower, but the blower kept seizing, and then eventually it just couldn't take the seize anymore, so it just sheared right off, unfortunately. So I had to shut it down and drive off, but it's okay, because I put my team to the test this weekend, and let me tell you, they did a phenomenal job, like in the short time that they've had putting my car back together, and I'll be back for New Jersey.
Amanda, thank you so much. Jared, Ryan.
Thank you so much, Lorette. Let's go down trackside. You can see rain coming down, lightning clear, but let's send it. Here we go. Lightning Lontaine, are you ready, buddy? I know you're ready for this because we are seeing Jagger.
I'm ready to rock, Jared.
And Ricky Hoffman. And away from the line they go. All right, so watch it as and here we go. So we are seeing Jagger high on the bank. Hoffman back there quite a bit. Some corrections there by Hoffman. Jagger now coming off the bank. Down into, as the Type S lights glowing in the puddles. Ricky Hoffman gets thrown off the course, but I'll tell you what, Jagger, he talked about Ricky Hoffman being one of the luckiest guys he knows, but Jagger seems to be coming up really nice. Well done by Alex Jagger out front. So well done there by Alex Jagger.
Yeah, that was a really great lead run, Jared. He was hitting all the points, great angle, and good momentum through the course, too. That's not easy to accomplish in these wet conditions, but he was able to put the car where it needed to be, maintain momentum, stay on the throttle. Looked really smooth. Looked like a dry run, just in slow motion.
Yeah, that was
very clean.
Yeah, and again, shots fired. He says he's, you know, both these guys have gone against each other, Ricky and Alex definitely wants some redemption here. We're nearly halfway through, actually officially halfway through, because Rich Whiteman, Carlos Arrieta has bowed out of competition. The rain coming down a little thicker here.
Yeah.
So the puddles are forming, so we're going to start seeing splash zones.
Yep.
The ponchos are out, the umbrellas, all of it, but the drivers continue. And you got to think vision, Rain X on the windscreens, get it all out there, and you can see the windshield wipers working overtime. And you can see Jagger's there getting middle, looks like the passenger side going all the way over the driver, and Ricky just right in front of the driver's side. None of these guys running windows, so that's good. They can see out.
Well, the biggest problem in this type of weather is fogging on the interior.
That's true.
That's the hardest thing to get rid of.
That's right. Yeah, great point. Thank you for bringing that up. Ricky Hoffman coming out front. And Jagger, very aggressive on initiation. Ricky Hoffman initiates, goes high, works it high. Jagger a little lower, but still with that proximity, gets in that pocket. Let's see how they handle it now. We saw Ricky straighten out here coming off the bank. Not so much when he's out front. And Jagger, look at this. Wow, looking really good, doing that NOS Energy Drink livery. Some pride, you know, he says he's feeling good. He's really proud of his team. And right now, you can see Jagger and Ricky goes wide.
Wow.
Ooh, spinning out. Yeah, man, I'll tell you what. Jagger is absolutely possessed. Really well done.
Yes.
We can call him Aquaman because he absolutely conquered that thing. I mean, Jagger got Ricky Hoffman with a trident. Better lay low for a while.
Where did you get a trident?
Where did you get a trident?
Yeah, that was, we would call that a master class, Jared, I believe. You've used the term.
Fact.
This weekend already.
Yes. Master class.
This
there
is
it
absolutely
is.
what that was.
And he moved to the head of class because Alex Jagger gets the win unanimously. Alex Jagger gets the win. He'll go against Zach Farrar in the top 16. So congratulations to Jagger. He gets redemption against pretty Ricky Hoffman. And a great effort there. But Alex, like I said, he just skirted his way and a little skip and a stone, but the stone being a Nissan Z across this track. So next up was to be Rich Whiteman, who qualified second going against Carlos Arrieta, but Carlos Arrieta has bowed out, unable to run, so Rich Whiteman will advance on.
What do we have next, Jared?
Nate Chen going against Advani. who is a Richard Advani in the HP Chasers Drift Corvette from Mumbai, India. Talked about his belt keeps slipping on the bank, so this should be interesting because he said he was kind of whacking the throttle on the bank yesterday to keep it up. So it looks like he's kind of having some issues. So admittedly, he's having some issues with his belt, keeping some grip. All right, we got one car waiting for the other. Okay, so Whiteman, we will have a bye run. So Whiteman, we are running his bye run because he was to have a competitor, and because with the bye run of Andrew Haitley, it was a bye run because we only had 31 cars. With Arrieta unable to run, we do need to run him because that Whiteman is able to run. So considerable amount of rain coming down now. You could see it. Now it's very visible on the cameras.
Yeah, it's really raining, Jared. No drying out tonight, unfortunately.
No. And that's why I said the good thing is it's consistently wet through the night.
Yes, consistency helps in a big way. Yeah, even if it's wet. For
familiarity sure. and you know, everybody say a little prayer tonight, and hopefully we get some dry, ideal weather tomorrow. As Rich Whiteman, this is not a sight lap. This is his bye run as he will advance on into the top 16. Rich Whiteman is JZX 100, and Whiteman dropping down, hitting those puddles. Splish splash. Whiteman's taking a bath. Makes it all the way through and will advance on in the top 16. Coro Works, Freedom Motorworks. Freedom Motorsports, excuse me. And we've seen that car in different iterations, the new black and white livery for him. But he's back for round one, and he is definitely one to follow this year in the PROSPEC Championship.
Oh no, Jared.
We are seeing 6 strikes within 3 miles, and the rain is coming down, but unfortunately, we are on another lightning delay. So don't even bother coming up into the bleachers. I apologize. Don't even bother coming into the metal bleachers. Please remove yourself, like we did earlier, from the metal stands and from the metal fixtures. So where you were earlier, that is safe and sound. Please find refuge where you were, where you're not around metal. I apologize, but obviously this is out of our control. Appreciate you hardcore fans for enduring the wet, but we'd love to see you come back tomorrow, but we will continue with action as soon as the lightning is cleared, as we did just a couple runs there now. So just 1.5 runs. We are more than halfway through our top 32. Just to let you know, we got Chen, Advani, Blake Olson, Rudy Hansen. We got Hobson versus Rawlings, TLO versus Cole, Knappich, who's running on 7 cylinders. Got Bystrack. We got Throne, aka Thorn is his real name. Thorn on the throne. Talaska, Brutsky, our defending champion, 2-time defending champion, and Krupp for our final battle. Don't go anywhere. Our lightning strike has struck again. Lightning doesn't strike twice? Well, it does here. In the same general area. Yeah, in the same general area. All right, so thank you guys. Again, thank you for joining us. Again, seek shelter, those that are in the building. Seek shelter away from metal structures. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, we got content. Be sure to watch. We got Kevin's Corner. We got driver bios. We got the James Deane documentary. We got a lot of things. But download the James Deane documentary. And also, if you got some time, go ahead and buy some gear. ShopFD.com. And for ordering, you will receive this weekend a free FD sticker kit. And also, if you own a European vehicle, that FCP Euro Cup up for grabs. And also up for grabs, 20% off selected genuine OE, OEM, and aftermarket parts. Head on over to FCPEuro.com. FCP Euro Summer Kickoff Sale ends this Sunday, so act now.
The Drift Orlando Speed World for round 3 of competition, and I'm at inner clip 2. I think this is the most important inner clip we have. Number 1 being, there are only 2 inner clips, and 2 being, this is a tough spot because you're kind of threading your needle to outer zone 2, and you're coming from an infield jump, so the transition can be rather difficult, trying to stay consistent. And the third thing is that the judges can distinguish where you are from the inside of the clip to the outside. So for qualifying, that means a heck of a lot for points, and you want to nail this to really tie up your run and send it all the way on a nice flow and a nice transition into outer zone 2 to finish to the finish line. That is your BC Racing quick tip.
I don't know, look at my rotor, look at like everything in the front. Something broke, or something broke. All I know is that like everything just went down, and then I just we close on them, we bump them, like we're pushing them through turn 2, which is cool, sort of. And then yeah, I was like coming back around, I was like, yeah, like look at it. It's not supposed to do that.
Oh yeah.
So 1 and 2 are gone.
Yeah.
And, like it just won't find the gate. So yeah, just left in 3rd.
Hey, that was hard, dude.
We have a whole bunch of skids. I was gonna just put a bunch of skids on the front, skid on the rear, and see if it'll slide.
In the front, you can't steer?
It doesn't look like it. Graham tried real quick.
Maybe the rack is broken.
Yeah, I mean, it's over pretty hard. Oh, no. Frame's real bad.
Good right there. Good right there. Don't get it up too far so you'll have a hell of a time getting them off.
That is not terrible ever.
Your first ever three-peat champion, 2017, 2018, and now 2019 Formula Drift champ. It is James the Machine Deane. We have solidified a champion in James Deane. The three-peat has happened for the first time ever in FD history.
After winning a championship, you should be on top of the world, you know. But I think that hurt.
I mean, you can open a can of worms there if you want.
One of the top drivers there to suddenly watching it on the live stream.
You don't just disappear as split from a team after winning 3 championships together.
There's nothing else in this earth that gives me that same feeling, so just trying to get that feeling back, really.
Even when things aren't going his way, he will try and pull something out of the bag to bring things around.
I would be lying if I said that I didn't want to win or that I don't have high hopes. I have the highest of hopes.
He's the best drifter in the world right now.
I absolutely wouldn't change anything. We've had our struggles, don't get me wrong, but I think they make the good times so much better.
So yeah, exciting times ahead. Let's see how it works out.
They're all delighted over there that James isn't there right now.
I'm more nervous now than I was with his first competition, to be honest.
Yeah, you gotta stay hungry in everything you do, I think. Otherwise, you're retired.
Here's the green light, and let's go for the final round. The first half of this battle. Deane up front.
What's going on, guys? Mike Power here. I drive the number 919, the Power Racing Nissan Silvia S15. It's a lovely car. Happy to be here. I'd say the hardest part about being a Formula Drift Pro driver is the in-between. Waiting to come to the track, doing everything you can to make sure everything's prepared, ready to go to the race, and you know, just waiting to get in the car. I love driving this car. I don't do much outside of my drifting career, so just waiting to get in the car, it's kind of the hardest part. My strategy for being competitive this year is, you know, just staying really focused and learning as much as I can from the people that have been doing this, you know, 12 to 18 years. I'm a rookie, I'm a new guy here. I want to learn and I want to get as good as I can and learn as much as I can. So I think the more I learn, the more competitive I'll get. And yeah, that's something I can be excited about. I'm thankful for so much. You know, right off the bat, my family. You know, I feel like we literally killed ourselves to get here and be a rookie within the Pro Series. And my team, just making sure the car is always good, and just the insane amount of work that everyone has put in to get us here, and all the new partners that came along understood what our goals were, what we were trying to do here, and helped out as much as I can. And you know, next thing you know, you're here in Long Beach as a rookie, you know, competing in pro. And I'm super grateful. I'm super excited for this year.
JZ, RBs are broken. Well, my go-to love song? In high school was I Wanna Know, but that was way back in the day. How to say, I wanna know what turns you on. Something like that. That was like my mine and my wife's high school song. That was way back in the day. Don't play that part, Jesus. Are we talking about me or the car right now? If I can make something bigger, my budget. Well, if your last name was Off and his first name was Jack, that'd be pretty bad. If I wasn't in the drifting, I would just be in the video games, man. It's so much cheaper. You just stay home and just have a blast and eat Cheetos.
All right, you guys, the moment of truth is here. It is time for our final battle.
Craziest bet that I've made. I can't think that any come to mind really, other than something that I did where I had to do some streaking outside. I don't even remember what the bet was. I just know it was terrible. I have the worst memory, so I have a huge imagination of things already. I don't know if it'd be better the other way around. I'm about to lose my mind. Ludicrous? Wait, is that even ludicrous? I don't know. I'm sorry. See, I just told you I have a terrible memory. Best memory with an FD fan, probably this dude who walked up and it's like, yo, can you sign my leg? And I'm like, sure, I'll sign your leg. And then he literally like took off his leg and gave it to me to sign. And that just like really took me by surprise, just that he took his leg off. I didn't know that he wasn't attached. Oh, he was a super cool fan. Hey, there was also a fan that stole my wing at Irwindale a couple years ago. That wasn't cool, but we called the cops on him and they found him, and I told him, you know what, don't do stupid things, I'll let you go, and I didn't press charges.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Drift Prep. I'm Dylan Hughes. This is the technical director of Formula Drift, Kevin Wells. So we're down here at our shop at Costa Mesa, California, and this is the bottom side of my competition E46. So one thing that I want to touch base on is wheel speed. That is very, very important for us when it comes to drifting. So for me, it's probably the most important tool as far as getting my car set up for a new track, right? So we ran Long Beach a couple weeks ago, and heading into Atlanta, completely different track. This is a very, very, very helpful tool for us, and I'm very picky about it. With this differential, this is a 10-inch ring gear, and this back cover right here, it houses 2 gears. So what it does, the drive shaft comes in, it has a big solid shaft, and it spins this gear on the bottom, which spins this gear on the top, which spins the ring and pinion. So what we can do is we can have different size gears that we can very easily swap out, and we can change this car's overall speed dramatically. So I can run anything. I can make this car do 250 miles an hour if I want to, or I can make this car do 60 miles an hour maxed out if I want.
Well, when you change the gears, how sensitive are you to those mile-an-hour changes?
I mean, to be honest with you, since I'm so picky with it, I can really truly notice 2, 3, 4 mile an hour wheel speed change. Once you get a couple laps down on the track and you have your line and you know how loaded up the engine's going to be on certain parts of the track, I notice quite a bit. If you were to change it without telling me, I'd be like, wait a second, is the nitrous not working? Is the boost turned down? Like, what's the deal? So this is about half of the gears that I bring with me to the track every time. So with these are sold as a set. So you can't mix and match these. You kind of got to keep them. They belong with each other. You can't be mixing and matching. So the car would go way faster overall mile an hour wheel speed, and then this would be much slower mile an hour wheel speed. So kind of cool, pretty sweet. I'm probably more picky about wheel speed than anything. The shocks can kind of be whatever, the sway bars can kind of be whatever, and I'm gonna complain about this the most. But that's just me, you know what I mean?
But at least that's kind of a good thing, because that's an easy change.
Sure.
And you know instantly if it worked right, versus you might have to put a few laps down for a shock change to know if you'd like it better.
Sure, right. And with our 12 lap rule, you know, we don't want us to be going through too many tires, so we all get 12 laps of practice. So you got to figure out your setup as quickly as you possibly can. So this is just a really good tool that we can use. And this is obviously not something you would find in a street car. Pretty legit race car stuff, but you know, it's one of those deals. You got to have the right tools if you want to play.
Right,
you know?
Especially if you want it to survive.
Exactly,
you know?
Exactly.
Link is the engine management solution for champions the world over. We know what it takes to win. Pushing boundaries, performing under pressure, and having the best people on your team. Our tech support our performance specialists, available 24 hours and ready to talk one-on-one about your winning formula. Link ECU, the performance, reliability, and power to get to the podium.
GT Radio, experience ultra high performance.
Ain't nowhere to hide. You ain't gotta see me come and keep me on your mind. 'Cause I be on the way. Yeah. You know I be on the way. Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on the way. Yeah. I'm on the way. On the way.
For those who don't settle when others do, who will give everything but won't give up. For those who believe in unlimited while others limit themselves. For those who are set free by performance and believe innovation can take you anywhere.
Rockstar Energy Drink. There's Matt Wall, the twin turbo PWC. Tanner Fast going through the paces. Solid line here. Great angle. Woo! Good initiation from Dot. Did you see that main flip entry? Just gangster right there.
Good job right there by Osmo, but look at Odie Botchis diving right in on the attack and
positioning now. Ryan Turf really needs to show up. He went off course. Tightens it up to the front clip. As is Freddie. The Norwegian hammer gets sweated by Denofa. And then he just keeps on going past. And Frederick Osmo fills all the outside zone. Michael Metto right there. Looking at him roll tide. Here we go. Final outside zone line. Pretty straightforward. Outside zone. Frederick Osmo right there. And now bring around that final clip. Approaching, pulls the tire up.
so qualifying playing a role here in Long.
Everyone, I'm Dylan Hughes, and behind me is our latest creation. This is a BMW E46 with an OM606 turbo diesel inline 6-cylinder. So this engine is a Mercedes-Benz engine, and this is basically just something that I had wanted to do for a long time. I really wanted to do a ride-along car, and this is what we came up with. So everybody's like asking me, why did I put a Mercedes engine in this car? Well, just because I felt like it. Pretty much, I thought this engine was really cool, and I've had my eye on it for a couple of years, so I figured there's no better project than to put it in a drift car. And a lot of dudes do it in Europe, but not a lot of people in the States do it. So 35 pounds of boost. The turbo's a Garrett G35 1050. I haven't dynoed it yet. There's no ECU, there's no wires, there's no electronics on the engine at all. It's all fully mechanical, so you don't have to dyno it. It kind of just makes whatever power it makes. So as far as the injection pump, I can basically turn up the fuel up and down by loosening one 6mm nut, which is pretty crazy. With one 10mm wrench, I can turn this thing up from 400 horsepower to 600 plus horsepower. So we only drove it once last week at Grid Life for the very first time, so we're still shaking it down, working a couple bugs out of it, but I'm really proud to say the thing actually ripped really good. So we ended up putting a Sony stereo system in it, which slaps, so we got like the tunes going when we're ripping, and of course Royal Purple fluids in every single part of this vehicle, keeping it running awesome. So come by FD Long Beach, check this thing out.
How's everybody doing here in the streets of Long Beach? We are here for round one of the Formula Drift Championship. Are you ready to send it? Yeah! He is your defending champion, Frederick, the Norwegian Hammer Asbo! The gentleman you still know and love, Ryan Turk! Are you ready to see our first battle here on the streets of Long Beach? Ryan Turk, your #1 qualifier. Ryan Turk gets the win. Defending champ, Frederick, the Norwegian Hammer Osbo, Rockstar Energy Drink. Osbo gets all the way, 1, 2, back at it. We got one more time.
Yeah.
You get it one more time.
I can watch that battle all day long.
Forsberg and Turk going against each other. Whoa, baby! Whoa, doctor, look at that. Ryan Turk gets the win and advances on. Frederick Osbo gets out of the outside zone. Oh, what a Denofa! Woo! Denofa hurt you, but he dives in on the outside contact. Frederick Osbo getting the win. Our first half of the Final Four is set. Ryan Turk tucked into that pocket. Woo! Make some noise! Ryan Turk is going to the finals. Here is Matt Field, Frederick Osbo, coming in hot, gets all the way out there. You asked for it. Oh, boy! Whoa!
Today I just ended up being too greedy and basically blocking him to do the transition, and he smashed into the wall, and I don't want to be that guy.
So Matt Field moves on, but unable to run. So guess what? With the celebratory run, your winner at round one, AutoZone, Streets of Long Beach, presented by Titan S. Congratulations to Ryan Turk.
Ryan Turk's last win in Long Beach was in 2009.
That was my first win ever.
Your first win ever, Ryan. You get to kick off the 2022 season with a win. How much have you learned here that you can bring into Atlanta?
Learned a ton about myself coming into this season as far as a mental game, and the team being very on point this year, and just the car being phenomenal to drive.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of Long Beach round number 1, 2022, Ryan Turk.
Formula Drift, the fans, the waves, the water, the excitement, and the Rain-X Toyota GR Corolla Nitto Tires Rockstar Race Service gets the win. We'll see you in Atlanta. Send it!
All right, here is the scenario, Formula Drift fans. Lightning strike delay is over. Well, we just had it. But now the situation, the scenario is that we want to keep safety our #1 priority, and we are doing that. So cameramen have left the scissor lifts, have left the metal structures. So we are going to have static cameras. So you can continue watching the live stream. The fans in the building can stay if they want. A lot of rain on the track, but every driver will be taking sight laps as we advance on with the competition. Again, safety, our #1 priority. So our cameramen have left their respective towers, and now our competition continues with what we call a lock-off cam. So many different positions, but also during that break, we saw an extensive amount of rain coming down. So the puddles have accumulated. This really contributes to the unfortunate turn of situations. Mother Nature has reared her ugly head here as Nathaniel Chen and Advani, again, another newcomer here, talking to Richard Advani and the HP Chasers Racing Drift Corvette from Mumbai, India. And Richard and Nathaniel Chen have completed their sight laps, and now here we go for it. So again, lock-off cameras, they will not be moving. They will be static on their respective shots and their respective angles. And we'll continue with the action at the Link ECU PROSPEC Championship. Nathaniel Chen will lead. Richard Advani giving chase. Nate Chen out front, initiating into the bank. Advani a lot higher, but needs to follow Nate Chen as Advani comes down. He said he was having trouble with his belt slipping, and the rain, of course, does not help at all. Advani keeps, just as I say that, he comes down in the flat portion of the track, gets off course, but I'll tell you what, Chen out front, looking really good. Advani getting squirrely, just trying to get that nut coming all the way across the line, but Nate Chen brings it on home. Great job by Chen.
Yeah, good lead run from Nate Chen. As soon as I saw Advani straighten in the chase position on outside zone 1, I just paid attention to Nate, because at that point, Advani had an incomplete in this chase. So his run was essentially over from a judging standpoint, and I focused on Nate Chen, who did a great job throughout the run, fulfilling the lead driver responsibilities, put the car in mostly the right places, and did not incomplete, most importantly. So right now, Advani is running at a pretty big deficit with an incomplete in his chase position from run 1. And as we switch up the positions now, Advani's in the lead position, Nate Chen is in the chase. So Advani here needs to put together a really good lead run and hope that Nate makes a mistake that would be considered an incomplete on his chase run, and then we'd have to compare leads. But Nate Chen, all he has to do is put together a decent chase lap, not incomplete, stay within relative proximity, and he should be able to get the win if that happens.
And here comes Advani out front. Advani, a little flick entry coming into the bank, and Advani goes high, taps that bumper, throws off that wing. Nate Chen straightens out in the chase position. Advani staying high. Chen maybe getting thrown off by that wing. And Advani, and that will be a big correction there. It's a hard one to follow there. As Advani straightens out, coming off the bank, goes on course. So
Nate Chen doing his best Jeff Jones impersonation after the finish line there.
His best Sammy Hubinette impersonation after that, too.
No.
Hubinette used to do that back in the day.
But Jeff Jones did it yesterday.
Jeff Jones did it earlier today.
Oh, it was earlier today, was it?
It seemed like,
been here that
seemed like a
long?
whole day ago.
It wasn't raining. The sun was up.
That was today.
That was today.
Yes,
wow.
it was.
Okay.
Nate Chen will get the win. Advani making that mistake coming off the bank. And again, in that chase position. But Nate Chen did a great job. Chen out of Chen. Moves on to the 16.
Yeah, he sure did do a great job, Jared. That was pretty powerful from him.
Yeah, solid job.
He's going to move on.
So another Las Vegas boy coming from the desert. Blake Olson going against Rudy Hansen. Now, Rudy Hansen, he's been traveling all over the place. Bit of a drift gypsy, having some fun. Saw him at Hyperfest last weekend. Blake Olson, an instructor, a ripper, a gripper, a brand new car for him. Or not a new car, but a new sponsor, excuse me. So it's good to see Blake out here.
Blake.
Balake, AA Ron. R. Udi.
D nice.
So as you can see, so the TNVC CoralWorks E92 BMW. Blake Olson will lead. Rudy Hansen giving chase. Just a few more runs. Fortunately, we did make it more than halfway through our top 16.
All right, Andy's going to let us know, but we're going to get these cars lined up here and heading off the line.
I don't know what he's going to let us know, but he'll let us know.
Yeah, he definitely will let us know. Sight lap coming up, Jared.
All right, our sight lap. Let's lay out, listen, watch, and see if we learn something here from the drivers. The rain continues to come down. And here we go as Blake Olson and Rudy Hansen make their way back to the start line. Blake Olson pulls up to the start line. Rudy Hansen. It is, it's coming in. And here we go. This is run one. They had their sight laps. Blake Olson out front. Rudy Hansen in the chase position.
We are ready and excited, Jared.
Yes, we are. Again, Blake, very skilled driver, coming to us from Las Vegas, an instructor as well. Picking up that new sponsor. Rudy Hansen clamoring right there, and a mistake there by Hansen. You can see him wavering in that chase position. And you got to think that on the bank, as the water goes down and accumulates, you can see all the puddles right there. And now Rudy Hansen surged on the attack, but doesn't have the angle. You can see just kind of charging into the B line. Has the horsepower, you can see it, but does he have the line? Blake Olson, man, really good job out front, and he will unwind it. And I think that's a safe move right there. I'm just gonna keep going this way, just in case.
Stay out of the way.
He's right there on my left. Yeah, exit stage right. That was the first run there as Blake Olson led. Rudy Hansen will now go up top in that lead position.
Rudy Hansen kept some proximity, but he did make some compromises to do so. You can see his line on outside zone one, and then his angle in a couple of areas on the track as well. Not mimicking what Blake was doing. And Blake was doing an okay job in the lead. He was pretty high on zone one, pretty tight on the clips, and decent job on outside zone number two as well.
And here's run two, Rudy Hansen out front. Let's see what Blake's gonna do. Again, it's pretty difficult, and it's very impressive to have. We got a restart here. All right, looks like Rudy Hansen rolled through the start, did not wait till the lights extinguished, so that is rack one on Rudy Hansen. 3 strikes and you're out. Again, if a cone is hit, you leave the start line before the lights extinguish, or if you wait too long, so you basically pause on the start line.
Or if you hit a cone, or if you stall.
Yep.
Your 4 incomplete possibilities, or sorry, strike possibilities. Combination of any of the 3 of them will result in an incomplete.
Yep.
Don't want to have that happen. It's very embarrassing.
It's happened twice.
Yes. And once in Japan.
Yep. All right, here we go. Rudy Hansen out front. And looks like we have a clean start. No cone is hit. Oh, restart. Oh, boy.
That's 2 restarts, Jared.
Oh, boy. So Rudy Hansen hit a cone Rudy, chill. It's all right, bud. No. Rudy just needs to just keep pace. Don't hit that cone. All right, well, you don't want to win this way, but a win's a win in these less than ideal conditions. Blake Olson did have a strong lead run. And here comes Rudy Hansen again. 2 strikes. We're on the start line. You can see right there. Make sure the lights extinguish. Good. Let's go. And don't hit a cone, Rudy. Yay! No cones were the hit to make it on this run. And here we go. Rudy Hansen now out front. Blake Olson in a chase position. Rudy Hansen tapping the brakes. And Rudy now with the great angle here. Sticks it on the bank for quite some time. Comes down. Blake Olson. Good proximity. Oh, that's. I'm going to look at that again there, but I don't know if we're going to be able to get that angle. Rudy Hansen now continues on through the course, a little high on the outside. The transition going from inside clip 1 to 2. Right. So in the infield area, that's where it gets a little precarious here because both of them had mistakes, but what? So as put the cones back, and we are pulling out our next competitors. That is Hobson and Kelsey Rawlings. And Hobson picking up a new sponsor here. You'll see it as we go by. Kelsey Rawlings, you know her, you love her. So Ben Hobson, Automotive Innovations, with that CoraWorks livery. And Motegi Racing. You. Loud and proud. Automotive Innovations, CoraWorks, Motegi, Ben Hobson.
All right, Jared, we have some decisions in.
Yeah, some updates on Blake Olson and Rudy Hansen. What is the verdict?
Unanimous decision, Blake Olson.
And your justification there, to me it looked like Rudy Hansen hung it out a little too long and came in tight and straightened out going from inner clip 1 to inner clip 2.
That's correct. And then Blake Olson did the same in the chase, but it had already happened in the lead.
Yeah. All right, these are sight laps, correct? I believe these are sight laps. These are sight laps here for Hobson and Rawlings. Look at that, Hobson. Save it for the game, bud. You're going to pull a hammy. All right, he's running that Hobson running that 2F performance kit on his vehicle. Pulling it back to the start line as Hobson qualified 10th, Rawlings qualifying 23rd. The Ford power plant underneath Rawlings S chassis. This is the first run here between these two, Hobson and Rawlings. Coming from Pell City, Alabama, and Orlando, Florida. You can see the horsepower fairly equally matched. Both Nissan chassis, very different engines.
Is she the only local driver that we have here this weekend for either?
I would say Adam LZ.
Is he Orlando though?
Yeah, he's like.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
I thought he was
and now
outside
Chelsea
here.
Denofa.
In Orlando as well?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Okay, I didn't know
All
they
right,
were in
Hobson
Orlando.
and Rawlings, here we go. Kelsey, Hobson throwing down, trying to scrape that 2F performance kit on the wall, and he's doing just that.
Wow, look at how high he is.
So again, he really made good use of that practice run. The CoraWorks Automotive Innovations Motegi Racing S chassis, and Hobson, rain or shine, he is on time. Oh, goes a little wide there. Kelsey has some struggles there and goes off track. So
That was a phenomenal lead run. Phenomenal. Car placement, momentum through the track, angle.
You're almost
from
as,
that lead
you're
driver.
almost as excited about that run as you are the Lightning.
Almost, not quite though, but that was very well done by Hobson. In terms of wet weather capability, not everybody has that. You know, it's either you're good in the rain or you're not. Most of the time.
And Ben does.
He is very good in the rain. That is phenomenal to get up that high on outside zone 1. In the wet conditions, and that consistently, bumper on the wall all the way around. That was phenomenal.
Yep. That was really good. And absolutely, all joking aside, that was a very exciting, good, well-executed run. Wet or not, he placed the car in the right places. I mean, outside of it being slower, placement of that car, well done.
Yep, very well done, yep.
Kelsey Rawlings out front. She's got a hard act to lead, not follow. Rawlings throws it in, that Ford, again, top one oil, S chassis, and look at, she's like, okay, I see you.
Wow.
Let me go ahead, put my S chassis on the wall. Both of them navigating around that first inner clip, going to the second inner clip, big angle from Rawlings. Both of them tapping that second inner clip, and Kelsey Rawlings now, Hobson gains some ground, and bring it on home, wow.
That was phenomenal, Jared.
Yeah, you're beating that word up. You're beating
that was
but rightfully so.
Line on outside zone 1. Great car placement.
Yeah, that was good. And it seemed that Kelsey says, all right, you know, I'm pretty sure her dad is her spotter. And I know Greg Bussell with 3Gs, that's right. He's getting all excited. He's fully torqued right now. And he is pumped to see Hobson throw down. I mean, lead versus lead, chase versus chase. So we are, and I believe they're content. I believe the judges might not need a replay. And yeah, so, and Kelsey, great lead. Ben, great lead. But chase to chase, Hobson just had that slight edge.
He did, yeah. In terms of proximity and mimic, he was on the same line as Kelsey and had good mimic. Proximity was much better.
Yeah.
So, yes, Ben Hobson will get the win. But great run from Kelsey Rawlings. That was as good as what Ben Hobson put together in terms of line and angle and everything else. But it just came down to the chases.
So Casey Cole now joins us. He will have a bye run. Casey Cole, a newcomer here, coming to us from Denver, Colorado, M-Spec Performance. And this is not a sight lap. This is going right for it, so that this is, because it's a bye run, no sight lap here for Casey Cole, but will advance on. 3 more battles left. And slow and steady wins the battle. Not always. Slow, steady, and hitting your line. That's the essential portion. Remember, we are back tomorrow for more action. All right, there it is. Casey Cole, exit stage left as he will advance on. Yes, sir.
So our next battle is Napic versus Bystrack. So we'll see if we can get those guys out on track. They're rolling out now. going to go over there and I guess they're not warming their tires. Well, maybe a little bit. They're going to get their tires warmed up here in the wet, get themselves all set up for their bye run, which should warm their tires up as well. And we'll get them out to feel out the track. Hopefully we start to get some battles together, just like the one we saw with the lead runs from Hobson and Rawlings that were high on one, tight on the inside clips, and high in outside zone 2 on that outside line as well. They've set the bar pretty high here. Kelsey Rawlings is a local, so she drives on this track pretty often, I would presume, and she seems pretty comfortable on it. I don't know how often Ben Hobson drives here, but he did a phenomenal job in the wet on the entirety of the course, especially on outside zone 1. And Jared, do you have a little information for us?
Yeah, thank you so much. Buying a little time here, talking with Ryan Sage, president of Formula Drift. Safety is our #1 priority, and we did have to remove the cameramen from the towers. We haven't had a lightning strike multiple times within so much distance, and we are allowing our cameramen and camera folk to re-enter the chat room, aka grabbing the cameras and moving them around. So thank you to our staff members that have gone up there and manned the cameras and are going to be creating actually live action here, not just static cam. So Adam Knappich, and truth be told, Knappich, he's down a cylinder, by the way.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's down a full cylinder, so 7 cylinders for Knappich, and that donut, that brand new livery, always a fun driver to watch. And he's going against Bystrack, and I heard you giving praise there. So would love to see what Bystrack is going to do.
Yeah, the engine in that donut car sure does sound different.
Yeah, just unfortunate.
Can you tell from the sound which cylinder's down, Jared? From the firing order of a LS?
I think it's a 9er.
A 9. Hear that, boys? Cylinder 9's down.
I said
in that
9er.
Car. Oh, 9er.
That's a joke. Just obviously fell on deaf ears. Sorry.
It's okay.
Bad jokes.
Yeah, I guess
we're getting a little loony up here. I feel like we're in Canada eating those organic cookies again.
What kind of organic cookies were you eating?
You don't remember that? Those are the cookies that. Yeah, Saint Eustache.
I don't remember eating
What are
any
you talking about?
weird cookies.
Remember the cookies?
I just remember eating
Never
poutine
forget.
in Montreal.
Montreal, qu'est-ce que c'est? Organic cookies.
Poutine.
Well, how is poutine not American?
Yeah, right.
French fries, cheese, gravy. That is more American than anything. Here we go. Bystrack is coming out. And let's see what we got from Bystrack. Matthew. Oh, and Knappich drops down low. Get low, get low. Knappich slams in. Oh,
that
boy.
is unfortunate. Boy.
Well, looks like he
is broken.
Is broken.
Yeah, that front
DB
left.
to that front.
And it's wobbling
Makes some noise
around
for
an awful lot.
Knappich. It's actually, no, he's not debeated.
It's not
He's
debeated.
fine. That'll
The
buff
front
out.
wheel was doing this, Jared, as he was rolling along.
It was throwing gang
It was
signs.
doing this. Yeah, certainly was. The old
Let's
kill
see what you
switcheroo.
All right, Donut. We make clothes and videos. So be sure to watch videos and buy some clothes from the boys at Donut. Adam Knappich here from Southern California. I don't know if Pumphrey and Jesse and all the gang is watching, cheering on their kiddo Knappich.
That wheel was black at the beginning of that run.
What? Oh, it wasn't.
Look at that wheel.
I know, it just has mismatching, I believe.
You think? I don't know. I think that's the paint from the wall, isn't it?
Maybe. All right,
Potentially.
maybe.
Maybe.
Now I'm not. Yeah, you might be right.
Let me look at the YouTube here, Jared. Let's go
Pull
to
up
our
the
replay.
tubes.
The tubes.
Roll the tape.
All right.
You were adopted in it. Huh? I was born in it.
Let's see what color his wheels are here.
All right.
Give me a view of the wheels, please.
All right, we clean up here on aisle 1. Thank you to our Orlando Speed World track and safety, keeping the track clean, and really enduring less than ideal scenario. Yeah, I think you might be right, buddy. And you know, when you're right, you're right.
Shoot,
like
Jared.
Yeah, let's take a look at what happened. Knappich. And So throws it in right here.
Yeah, he's really low on outside zone 1 early on, and that puts him on a trajectory with the wall, unfortunately. And instead of grazing the wall with the bumper, he ended up on a line that had him impact the wall pretty severely, which then sent the front end into the wall. And there you can see the broken front end. So as he leaves the line here, we have a better view from this camera angle as he accelerates down the straightaway. Gets the car sideways. He gets low very, very early. The front right tire almost drops down over that line. Stays just barely above it, but again, puts him on a poor trajectory there, trying to get the car back up high, and he gets up high too aggressively and ends up impacting the wall. Or does he know how an umbrella works? No.
He's yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy. You're supposed to put it over your head, sir.
He's got a poncho. He's got double protection, dude.
Yeah, he's doing a good job over there. So we're gonna get this car off the track right now. Looks like the flatbed is there. Track safety is also there, making sure that he's okay. Which, yeah, I see that he's out walking around now. I think he's totally fine. The impact didn't look severe enough to injure him, but always good to be, you know, safe in that situation. But I think he's totally fine. And we have a lot of people down there right now. Should be able to get that car off pretty quickly.
Jesse Wood, how we doing, buddy? Just tuning in and sliding into those DMs. Shout out to the Donut crew. Knappich. Sorry, buddy. Suit looks good. Car looks great. Unfortunately, the wall in the car, less than ideal. And we'll be getting the car off. Getting him towed off. And we'll see if Knappich's able to fix it. He would have to, he'd have to have one heck of a chase run. Because that is, that was. All right, so we'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll keep that bottom right-hand corner, letting you know abreast of what's the situation on the track. Adam Knappich, there you are. Your live stream, your Donut homies are cheering you on. They love you. Bow to the crowd. Adam, are you going to get back together? What do you think? Yeah? I don't know. I don't know if he's agreeing with me or no. We'll see. We'll see when he gets the car back to the pit. He's got 5 minutes to work on the car and see if we can get it back out here. When we come back, more Formula Drift Down.
Link is the engine management solution for champions the world over. We know what it takes to win. Pushing boundaries, performing under pressure, and having the best people on your team. Our tech support are performance specialists, available 24 hours and ready to talk one-on-one about your winning formula. Link ECU, the performance, reliability, and power to get to the podium.
How does one car going wild in a mall help us tell the GR story?
You're right.
We need more cars.
The Falcon Azenas RT660 is the enthusiast choice for ultra-high performance. Engineered for predictable handling and stability, the RT660 provides maximum traction both on and off the track. Your competitive edge has arrived with the Falcon Azenas RT660.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African-American, Asian-American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
have a lot of money tied up in your transmission and differential in your car, kind of like I do in this one, this is a must-have. Royal Purple Max Gear High Performance Gear Oil. Even under severe squeeze film conditions caused by sudden shock, extreme high loads, or low RPMs, Max Gear helps reduce bearing wear. I am pretty sure we put this to the test more than anybody else. Slippery, synthetic, and complete with Centerlick technology, Max Gear reduces wear and friction, which allows your gears to run smoother, quieter, cooler, and longer. Drift tested and ready for your gears. Royal Purple Max Gear.
We are staking and shaking out here as the donut goes off course. That is a wall-filled donut as Adam Knapik will ride shotgun in the tow truck, unfortunately. So Adam Knapik will make his way back to the pits, unknowing if he's able to fix it, but he'll need to have one heck of a chase run. Oh, he's done. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. So, so it looks like he is not calling a comp timeout. He is just a scratch. So that means that Matthew Bystrack will move on. Yes, Mr. Bystrack coming with his bye run. He's already on the start line. We have 2 battles left after this. We have Robert Thorne. And Robert Thorne's racing pedigree comes to us from Sports Car, McLaren, GT3, and I'm hearing that he's a very well-rounded sports car and racer. Oh, we got a late entry. The
Look
smart
at that smart car out there, boys and girls.
Car, I mean, that wheelbase is one of the most competitive. I mean, when that thing goes sideways, it literally just ends up on its door.
It's as long as it is tall. So, in respect to Robert Thorne's name yesterday, I felt a little Ron Burgundy-ish. Where
I'm Robert Thorne?
I'm Robert Thorne. You just read whatever they put on the teleprompter, you know? That's kind
fair.
of us yesterday.
Yeah, I mean,
we both made the mistake. And,
it's okay.
Yeah.
But every rose has its thorn, and, you know, every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. But we got to move on.
I can see the Instagram posts
like
already.
a cold November rain. You know what I mean?
Jared idioms.
Yep.
Yep.
Nothing lasts forever. Like a cold May rain. All right, Bystrack moving on. JS alternators, full throttle wraps, S13.
Welcome to the jungle, Jared.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy. Okay. So does he not move on since he didn't complete his buy run?
A roll commercial.
No, all
he
joking
left the
aside.
line.
Yeah, he did leave the line. So just a bumper. All right, Bystrack. We'll get that bumper off track. And we'll continue with the action.
The risks of a Scandinavian flick at initiation, Jared. The rain seems to be coming down a little bit harder, Jared.
Yeah.
Let's have a second look at that Scandi flick right here, boys and
Gas
girls.
factory. Oh, boy.
Jeez. A little bit of a wall tap there, but fortunately for him, the damage is merely cosmetic. So he, going into tomorrow's competition, the top 16 competition, not a lot to fix there. Put the bumper back on, maybe straighten the headlights out, and he should be good to go.
A-okay.
A-okay.
We are fine. That was an innocent Bystrack.
And we will never speak of it again.
I know what you're talking about.
Move on and forget that.
I don't know what you're talking about. Next up, again, we talked about it, Robert Throne going against Talaska.
Thorne?
Robert Thorne. Throne, Thorne.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Yep. Go have fun, Orlando. I'm not even mad.
Just impressed.
I'm impressed.
I'm impressed.
Whole thing. Wow.
You made a whole wheel of cheese.
Our GT Radio Top 32 as Robert Thorne against Corey Talaska. ASM doing a lot of racing at Grid Life and an accomplished race team. And I'm told by my man Tom O'Gorman, Tom OG, one of his teammates informed me of that. It's like Rose Thorne. On the registration document. I don't know what to tell you, bro. He's telling me, so he can be asked backwards or make somebody else, you know.
Language, Jared, language.
All right. And Thorne is at the line.
K-Pax Racing and Flying Wizard.
Yeah. I mean, again, his racing resume runs deep, very talented. And Talaska, look at that. Ooh. Oh, okay.
He's a self-titled all-around racing fanatic, Jared.
And that's great. And it's cool. He's a great addition. Great addition. And the rain is just punishing right now. And okay, he does have a sunroof, but he does have a plug. So that's good. And here we go. Adam Jabebe tuning in as Thorne goes in. And Talaska very low. And Thorne, he's riding up there. Talaska might have to back off a little bit as he was definitely impeding in the line of Thorne, but he still navigates. I mean, this is a solid run here from Thorne.
Yeah, Thorne needs to put together a complete run.
And he has the advantage.
He does. Looks like he's over the finish line. That was a great lead run, Jared.
That was unreal. That was really, really well done. And again, I know a lot of friends are watching at home.
Friends.
Yep, they're friends.
Am I allowed to use the word phenomenal again, Jared?
Please do.
Okay, I will.
Please do.
Phenomenal lead run.
But yeah, you can, of course, use it.
I also like the green lights he has under his in his fender wells.
Those are courtesy of Type S. Type S, the official lighting of Formula Drift, available at AutoZones. Select AutoZones nationwide.
Phenomenal.
Lights look phenomenal. So Talaska has an uphill climb here, and we'll see if the Thorne pricks him or if Talaska takes him out. What? I mean, that's what you do if you go grab roses. A Thorne will prick your finger. You guys are so triggered right now.
We're just enjoying listening to you,
We're
Jared.
having fun. This is less than ideal, so we're making the most of it. And I'll tell you what, Thorne put down one heck of a run, but right now Talaska needs to step up. Talking about on the bank. He's running that midline. Great angle right now. Let's see him drop down. And Thorne in that chase position, I think. Oh, and there, that's going to be a wrap. Goes off course. Thorne continues. He does not need to, but Robert Thorne in his introduction to Formula Drift ProSpec will be advancing on. The crew is watching from Grid Life at Blackhawk Farms. Shout out to Stuart Jabay, Tom O'Gorman, and the whole gang there. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks out at Gingerman. But Thorne, congratulations. Moving on to top 16 in the Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship. Corey Talaska is knocked out. One more battle for glory there, Ryan Lontaine. Will it be a phenomenal run? TBD. Let's make it official. Slide him right for Talaska or left for Robert Thorne.
Robert Thorne gets the win.
Hey.
To the left. There we go. 1, 2.
Why are you taking my job, bro?
And 3. Look at that, Jared.
Robert Thorne gets the win. You just got to give it that punch up. You're going to do it. Go ahead, try again.
Robert Thorne gets the win.
Attaboy. Oh, and we are hearing that, unfortunately, Croft is out, and our defending champion, Dmitry Brutsky, has a solo run. It's a buy run, a brand new sponsor for him. The rain comes down, and we'll see if he can finish his buy run. Regardless, he does get the win. So this is officially our last run. Ladies and gentlemen, we grew this event, all the water, it was watering and nurturing, just an exciting, unique event that we could say we were here in the thunder, in the lightning, in the elements of round 1 of the Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship. And Dimitri Brutski, our 2-time defending champion, is getting by.
That was poetic, Jared. That was beautiful.
Thank you. Was it phenomenal, though?
I think this is Brutski's first full wet run right now, isn't it? So this is a learning experience for him because it may be raining tomorrow in competition. We don't know, but chances are that it might be. So this is a good little bit of
a learning lesson.
A learning lesson for him right now. He's going to see the grip level, how the car reacts, what the lines, you know, are like, the different lines you can take around the track. Of course, you want to be high on the bank, but you got to feel out the grip level up there, see how responsive his car is going to be in these wet conditions on this track. So as he leaves the start line and heads out to initiation.
Lay out. Let's listen. Let's listen to the Dimitri Brutski. Woo-wee! Sorry, I got excited. Oh! Hold my Rockstar. Watch this.
Putting an exclamation point on his buy run, Jared.
Buy run. How about try that run tomorrow? Well done. The Drift HQ, Link Engine Management. You see ESSA Autosports on the roof. Still never settle on the car. Not as big, but never settle. Always in his heart. His family cheering him on. Well done by Brutski.
If he continues that type of driving tomorrow in competition, that high on the bank, it's going to be very hard to keep up with that type of driving.
Yeah.
We had some drivers that were up there, but he was just scraping that bumper the entire length of outside zone 1. Kind of worries me that he's parked there right now. I don't know if the car broke or something, but...
Well, if you're going to do it now.
Yeah, the pickup truck's heading over there to see what's going on. He did continue drifting well beyond the finish line, so I hope he wasn't overtaxing the car and something broke, but somebody will go over there and check it out. And tomorrow, ProSpec Top 16 starts at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, so make sure you tune in. Join us.
Join us tomorrow. ProSpec Top 16. We saw the 32. We go from 16 down to podium. And then, of course, we got Pro.
Full top 32 with Pro.
A full top 32. The Type S Scorched, presented by AutoZone. Ryan, thank you so much, man. You know, all joking aside, I think, you know, we get a little silly, little punch drunk, but I think the fans that are here in the building, we still do have some enduring the rain, and the fans tuning in online. I think everybody just wants a little entertainment, a little tap dancing while we're kind of below on the action.
Absolutely, Jared.
Thank you, man. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
This
Thanks,
is always
Ryan.
fun.
Yeah, it is. It is. So, and thank you, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you online or see you another time. FormulaD.com. On behalf of Ryan Lantain, Chris Yule, Brian Egger, Pat, of course, our president, Ryan Say, Sean Adriano. I'm Jared Deanna. We'll see you tomorrow here at Orlando Speed World.